G'day and welcome back to Duckseye Gaming and Riverview Farm. Yes, that's right, we are back here farming on Riverview. And we are going to get straight into it on this crisp early morning. Oh, pardon me, too early for me. Alright, let's crank the time up where it should be and let's get on. So we've got the Black Beauty here, our newest, well actually no, it's not our newest. Our newest tractor on the farm. And we're going to head on out and get some straw loading done. We've got some straw on that far field, the far western field, and we need to go pick that all up. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to clear that off the ground, and then we're going to run over there, probably with the same tractor, and cultivate it all in and start prepping for seeding. All right. So here's our loading wagon. Grab him straight over. Oh, right. Nice driving cab for this one. As long as we're looking out the front of the cab. Right. Hope everyone's doing well. We are doing well here, and we are just trying to get everything concluded before we go on holidays. But yeah, we're going to get this one happening here. Now, there's a little bit of stuttering, and I'm putting that down to the fact that number one, we've updated our graphics driver. We've also put in a new mod called Relight. Now, I can't think of the name of the author. I apologise, but a guy had been mucking about and created basically it's like another shader, or a reshader for the game. And initially, he created it that you can edit into the map and all that sort of stuff, which was fantastic. Well, he's now since created a standalone version. It's just as a mod, and you add it into your game files, and then you load it in when you load the game, whichever save game you want to use it on. And we're using that here. It actually does change the colours and give a little bit more, a little better saturation and ambience and all that sort of stuff. So we're currently using that at the moment. So if you notice the colours are a little bit different, that is the reason why. A bit hard to tell at the moment with the Black Beauty because it has got slightly tinted windscreen, all that sort of stuff. Other than that, it's all good to go. Anyway, so enough yapping. Let's just get on with what we're talking about here. Right, so we're going to get the straw picked up from this far field. Yeah, very soon. We also need to mow one of our grass fields, field 16, I think the number is. I keep getting confused, but I'm pretty sure it's 16. So we do have to work on that. And we have some other fields to finish prepping. So that's what we've got to do from here on in at the moment. There's no fields ready for harvest, and that's okay, but we just got all the other preps to do. Right, now I said this isn't the only, or isn't the newest item to the farm, it's the newest tractor. We ended up buying a tractor and truck and trailer. So I bought a Scania bullnose truck, and I bought a Lizard trailer, large capacity dump trailer, which has the turning wheels at the back. One that I tend to use on all my series now. It's my go-to trailer. And the reason we ended up buying that was the fact that we needed something to get higher volumes of produce around. So basically what we needed to transfer things like hay and wheat over to the new animal area, and doing it in batches of 50,000-70,000 meant lots of extra trips. So we figured it was high time that we invested in a truck and trailer, and we've done that. So now we've got the capability of transporting 125,000 litres at a time. Oh, my apologies. Yeah, so we've got that available to us now. And then what we did is we did transfer some hay from the hay dryer over to the I was just getting a drink delivery. I've just stuffed all that up. yeah, we did get some hay over to the new animal area, and we've set all them up. So that's all good, ready to go. Try this again. We'll concentrate a bit better this time. All right. Yeah, so that's what we're going to put this on cruise control. There we go. So that's what's going on there now. So that's fine. We've spent a little bit of money on hardware infrastructure, but that's so now what we're going to do is we're just going to concentrate on turning our crops over, our production. We are going to continue selling our production items as they're ready, sort of thing. We're not going to hold off. I've sort of this year's not going to hold off and wait for the best sale price for everything. Some things will just continue to sell as they sort of become available. I do have some salad and fruit salad I need to get rid of, so I'll probably sell some of that. If not this episode, the next couple of episodes, we'll get rid of some of that. Our bakery, we need to continue on with getting everything ready for that and getting that going and all the other production. But and I need to look at getting a butcher at some point. But I also need to look at getting a secondary cow paddock as well. I want to have two lots of cows for the butcher. But then again, I'm going to have enough sheep, so I'm going to be able to produce mutton. We've got plenty of chickens as well, so I can produce chicken products. So really, probably the cows aren't probably so important there at the moment. Meat-wise, they're probably just more important for supporting us with milk production for the moment. So, anyway, that's what we need to get done. So yeah, that's what we're looking at for the moment. In the meantime, we've got a straw to collect. Now, what I'm going to do in the interim is, well, actually, it doesn't really matter. It's not that much closer, really. I was going to say I was going to dump this straw off at the animals, the new animal field. But it's really not that much further to go up to the main silo. I'll think about that. I'm still only 50% full for straw, so I'll think about that for a little bit more. Probably make a decision as I'm transporting it back. Have a wet the whistle moment. Right. Now, what else has happened? So, Pumps and Hoses has been released. DLC by Creative Mesh. I've had a look at it. I haven't purchased it. And I at this stage I don't intend to. Now, I did sort of say previously that I would most likely look at using it, and I think it'd be good for farms like this one with the smaller fields. I still hold by that. I think it might be good for the small to medium fields. It's not going to be no good for the larger fields. And I don't know. I can't see the value in the gameplay I'm going to get out of it for the price it is. If it was a bit cheaper, possibly. But yeah, I don't see I'm going to get the play value out of it. So, unfortunately, this is one DLC that I'm certainly not going to get. I apologise if any of you were expecting and hoping for me to get that, use it. It ain't going to happen. I'm not going to put money down the tube, especially in today's environment, just for the sake of doing it. It's not something I'm going to get. I don't think I'm going to get. Even if I did buy it, I don't think I'm going to get the gameplay out of it. In relation to, even if I force myself to use it, I'm only going to use it for a little bit of the time. It's not as if I can use any of the aspects of it continuously. So I may change my mind between this and the next couple of episodes, but at the moment, I'm not intending on going down the route of the pumps and hoses pack. So we'll see. I may change my mind, but at this stage, it's unlikely. So, but anyway, all right. Going along to the last of the headers, and then we'll go and dump this, and then come back and continue on. I was going to set the big M up with a hired hand to go to field 16, but the last couple of times we've done that, it's had nothing but problems, and I've had to go over there every few minutes to help it untangle itself. So I'm just going to do that manually. Whether I do it on or off camera is another matter altogether. But yeah, for the moment, I'm not going to worry about sending him over there to do anything, because I'm just going to use him a lot more than what I probably like. So we'll just continue on. We'll get this done, and then we'll worry about other things. And what I did want to check, I wanted to check to see if I'll finish, when I finish loading, I'll check to see if I did save the combine course. I'm pretty sure I did. In which case I can come back after doing this load, put a hired hand on the work here to load, and then all we have to do is come back over and grab it and bring it back to the farm for delivery. So might look at that after we've finished loading off. Right, so that's all the headers done. And doing up downs. I don't even think we'll finish this one. We're heading back. $7.28. Might go close. Fine. That's about what, 5 meters worth? Alright, let's head back to the farm. Lovely, big, powerful tractor, this one. It's one I've not used in FS22 at all. Which is fine. I have to use all the tractors, I guess. Alright, coming up to our jump. That's our jump, because there's that ridge there and it does jump right over it. I realistically probably wouldn't be driving around through this sort of a pathway at 63 kilometers an hour with 240,000 litres of straw, and that's why. Just misjudged that. Oh well. Is what it is. Alright. Yeah, so we wouldn't normally be driving around that. Luckily it's not real life. Here's turn off this one we want. No, I'll take the wrong turn off. Oh, ying instead of yang. Too early. Well, we've just had a look at this other entrance into this other field, so you know what it's like for next time. If we purchase field 2, we know how to get up there. Right. Try that again. I saw that little snap of blue. Thought that was one of the sheep pens. But obviously it wasn't. Alright. We are just going to put it in this silo for now. What time? and take out the chickens as well. Right, let's offload that. Right, there's our chickens and our sheep, doing well. We did check their feed. Their feed's all okay at the moment, so we don't have to worry about going and giving them any feed for the moment. So it'll be another episode or two before we need to restock them. But so let's have a look. Right, okay. Now field 38 is the field we're talking about. So field 38. No, I didn't save it. Have I still got it loaded on the combine? That's the other question. There's our truck. Not loaded on that one. Not loaded on that one. No, so I didn't save combine course. And there's no point trying to do it now because it's just not going to necessarily align to the starting point. So, all right. We'll just head back and we'll do it manually, I guess. Up we go. Well, it's going to be a busy day of straw collecting at the moment. Can't really get anything else done while I'm doing this. Well, I might be able to get. Actually, I might be able to do one of the other fields with ploughing. Let's have a look before we start collecting here again. I'm going to start on this row up. Right, let's have a look and see what the status of the farm actually is. So we're over here on field 38. So we've got field 16 here is ready to harvest. Field 17 here, what have we got to do there? It's basically ready to seed. So we could get a seeder over there and get that seeded. I guess there's no time like the present. Let's look at doing that. So let's go and grab a fact. I've got this guy sitting here. Yeah, let's just use this guy. He was going to come over and do the cultivating. There's no reason why I can't use him for the seeding. So let's get him going. I'll have to see what we're going to seed as well. I haven't got a plan for that field yet. What we're going to do. He's basically full, which is okay. Let's have a look and see what we've got growing at the moment. We've got plenty of canola, we've got some wheat, we've got some sunflowers. We've got potato or sugar beet. Is that potato or sugar beet? I keep forgetting. Sugar beet. I think now this is predicated on doing the sunflower and the canola is predicated on producing oil. Let's do another wheat field, and that's what we've got set up ready for this planter, so that's fine. All right, so we can just head down, get him started, and then while we're doing the rest of the straw, we've at least got a field going through and being prepped. Down here, started lickety split. It's not going to take long at all to get him going. Go. Yeah, set him up. Of course. Number of headlands, I'll do 3 headlands. I'll do 4 headlands. Why not? Smooth, we'll do sharp. Let's go 0. Generate. Go. Right. First waypoint, and you go. Right. Now we can go back and continue on with our straw collection. Right. There we go. Excellent. Now we're multitasking. The opportunity is there to get a little extra work done as we're doing this. If we did everything manually, it would be very, very slow, obviously. That's a problem. But it may not be as enjoyable to watch with it being so laborious doing everything manually. So sometimes you have to sort of break it up. That's one of the advantages with AI. I mean, one of the things I want to do as well is and I've been saying this for ages, I want to get auto drive going as well. A couple of these saves. So, like for instance, I could set this up to kind of collect all the straw and then drive back over to the silo and offload and then drive back to the field and get to it. That's what I'd like to do. I just haven't bitten the bullet and done anything yet with auto drive. So we will look at doing that. Once I come back from holidays, I'll look at doing that. So at least for the next map, hopefully I have something set up. So we'll see. I mean, with auto drive for this map, for instance, I'd have to set all the routes up myself, which isn't a problem. It's just going to take time, effort to do so. But yeah, it's something I do want to do. So we'll see how things go. Well, I'm going to have to refill that seeder, I reckon. It's going down getting seeds quite quickly, which isn't an issue, but just something I need to be aware of. In fact, refill it. Right. It won't take us too long to finish this off now. Probably another, pardon me, probably another 2 loads. This load and a partial the next load to finish off this field. So that'll give us a bit more straw banked up. Not that we have an issue with straw at the moment. We certainly don't have an issue with straw or hay or silage, but we want to make sure we stay on top of that because we very quickly could find ourselves running out if we don't make sure we've got ample supply of all the time. Don't want to rest on our laurels and kill off any of the animals. Not killing, killing them off unnecessarily. If I'm killing them off to slaughter them at the butchers, that's a bit different. Another row done. What's he at now? He's at 55% seed. So Hear those cicadas. A lovely, lovely day here at Riverview Farm though. Look, looking out over the river there, or lake. Well, basically the lake, isn't it? It's where the river ends up. Yeah, lovely little view there. Got our production facilities over there after we revamped the island. Doing the goods. Pardon the pun. Another loop. We're just over 50% now. Now the next thing on the horizon, I guess, for FS22 is the Platinum Pack. Now, I'm expecting that'll be available in November. I don't think they've released any dates or anything as yet. It's 1 year after release, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah, so that's what I expect that to come out. Now, there's not been much more talk of what's coming out with it other than the map. Volvo, I don't think there's been much more announced. So again, I don't know what the Platinum Pack's going to hold for us. I don't know. As I said before, it's going to have Volvo in there, so it's going to have forestry. I believe the new map is also forestry based, heavily forestry based, not purely forestry based. So that leads into the fact of, will the Platinum Pack be that worthwhile for particularly those of you like myself that don't get into the forestry aspect of the game? So that will be decided once we get more detail about the pack, but that's probably the next thing on the horizon. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we get with that. I think thus far the free content, quote unquote, and the DLCs so far has been very underwhelming, really, for FS22. I don't see that they've done anything great. There's nothing really game changing that's been applied. I'd like to see a couple of new crops come in, but it's giant, so the chance of that happening is bugger all. So we'll get a new map, which maybe not many people will play. We'll get some new equipment that maybe not everyone will use. I mean, look, realistically, out of the stuff they've shown so far from Volvo, I'm going to use a Trac. That's about it. So again, it may not even be worthwhile purchasing pack to do so. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to sit here and say that we definitely won't. Never. But at this stage, it's looking unlikely. Unless they add some other decent stuff in there that's going to warrant that. I mean, that's one of the challenges, I guess, from a game production perspective and keeping the customers happy. I mean, obviously they're going to pivot their business and planning for production based upon their majority sales component. Now, if they have decided that there's obviously a lot of people that like forestry, and say, for instance, that they've got figures and marketing that says that vast majority of console players, for instance, like forestry, then they'll pivot to producing forestry stuff because it's driven by numbers at the end of the day for them, and console sales are their biggest sales. We know that. That's why the game has pivoted over the years to be an arcade simulation-like game. I refuse to call it a simulation because it's been dumbed down further and further as we go along. Away from it being a simulation, it's more of an arcade simulation. And again, these are just my thoughts, but I don't think it's anywhere near an actual simulation. And the fact that they call themselves simulation experts, I think, is a bit of a pull. But I understand them from a business perspective, that they will, like I said, they'll pivot their business and their DLCs and their whatever else to cater for their majority, to ensure that they make extra money for their shareholders at the end of the day. Now, I mean, let's go back to FS19. I'm still happy to go out there and say 99% guaranteed the reason they brought horses into the game was not to bring extra farming in. It was basically to bring a new demographic to the game. And I'm not being sexist here, but the demographic they wanted to get was young teenage girls. I mean, the sell point would have been, well, you can raise horses, you can ride them, you can do all that sort of stuff. I hate talking about these on this moment. I'm going to be banned on this channel. Anyway, yeah, so the idea would have been to get another demographic to purchase the game. Did it work or not? I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, how many people out there? I mean, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments down below. Did you buy FS19 based on the horses being in the game? And that's the only time we'll actually talk about horses on the channel actively. I said from day one, I think it's purely a marketing exercise to get another demographic into buying the game. I stand by that until someone can refute that unequivocally. I'm damn sure that's exactly what happened with Giants. I'm damn sure that's why they did it. If Giants want to come out and actually categorically state that's not the case, fine, you can do that. I won't believe you, but you can do it. But I mean, that I understand them doing it. I mean, it's not that I hate them for doing it. I do. I hate the game even less. But from my perspective, it's more the fact that you're dumbing the game down when you've said it's supposed to be a simulator. So anyway, it's just what it is. I mean, there's so much stuff they could have incorporated, and they do things half-assed. I mean, like, they were given seasons on a platter. Let's face it. In the terms and conditions of putting stuff on Mod Hub, gives them the right to go and use it, right? So they can take it and go. I'm assuming they bought or paid out a little bit of money to Realismus Modding for basically taking their mod and incorporating the game. If they didn't, well, shame on you. But I'm assuming they did. But the problem is they did a half-assed job of it. Now, I mean, they had all the code, they had all the experience there. They even brought one of the guys from Realismus Modding onto their staff, and yet they still can't bring out the seasonal growth they brought out. Was, yeah, okay, it was better than nothing, but at the end of the day, comparing it to seasons, it was a joke. It's nowhere near as complex and as good as what seasons was. They had the opportunity to bring it into the game as a base part of the game, and really sort of step up a level. And that's just the way they've done things all the way through. So yeah, it's very disappointing. Anyway, I'm not going to turn this into a huge rant against Giants. I'm not in the mood to do that. Very easy to get in that mood. But I just can't see. I can't see anything coming out for FS22 it's really going to jump in the face of everyone and say, look, you got to get out and buy this. It's going to change the game, because they're not doing game-changing things with the game. Ultimately, I think, and again, you can agree with me or not, and sound off in the comments if you do agree or don't agree. Let me know what your thoughts are. At the end of the day, I think Giants have become very lazy. I think they've created their base game, which is fine, and it's fine for shits and giggles. It's good. The game, as I've said since day one, FS22 surprised me out of the box. It's better than what I expected, and I'm finding it currently is better than, I'm enjoying it more than FS19, largely because of the production. But then largely that production enjoyment is largely because of mods, not because of what Giants has done. So while Giants put the foundation in there for production, there's so much more they could have done. I mean, look, the Dragon Den pack is an example of that. I mean, just that little bit of extra forethought, they could have put so much more product in there, and distribution, and all that sort of stuff, and more chains in. I mean, what they did was good, but I'm not going to say otherwise. But it's not as good as it could have been, and I think that's the problem. I mean, FS22 in that regard is a bit of a letdown. There's nothing that's really shone that light on it to say, look, you need to go out and buy this. It's going to be great. I mean, look, the John Deere edition, even though I hate John Deere, I hate this one. Even though I don't personally like John Deere, the John Deere edition at the time was quite good. It was quite thorough. There was a good mix of equipment, and it was good. The Platinum pack with class was good, right? If you go back to, what was it, FS17, we first got the Roper pack, wasn't it? Was that 19? I can't remember that. The Roper pack, for instance, that was really good too. And there wasn't as much equipment in that because they didn't have a huge amount of various equipment. It was a couple of bits of kit, and that's it. 5 or 6, maybe more with headers. Yeah, but the current stuff coming out, there just doesn't seem to be anything there. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, we'll move along from that, and because we've actually gone way over time. We're at 38 minutes. There you go. So that's what happens when I start ranting about Giants. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it right here. I'm going to finish off this straw harvest, which is going to be one more run. The seeder has obviously finished as well. He's obviously running out of seed. We'll get him back up and running again. And what we'll do is in the next episode when we return, we will continue with turning this field over, and we'll get the grass mowed as well. So we'll bring the cultivator over here. We'll get it cultivated. We'll then get it seeded, and we'll get some grass mowed and all that sort of stuff. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, all the stuff we've just been talking about, sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Honestly, I'm really intrigued with what your thoughts are. And if you don't normally leave comments, please leave a comment down below. If you don't normally get this far in a video, please leave a comment down below. I'm really going to want to start understanding the player base and what they think. I mean, I know a lot of people generally have agreed with me. They've let me know that, and that's part of the reason, I guess, why they stay on the channel. But for a lot of you that have different thoughts as well, I'd be really keen to hear what your thoughts are. So please sound off down below in the comments. While you're down in the comments, make sure you press that like button as well, or the dislike button, either way. We'd really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. It also lets me know you're enjoying the content. We're coming up to 4,000 subs, so that's very exciting. So also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, make sure you press that alarm notification icon so you're made aware of when new videos are available on the channel, just like this one, where you can hear me rant about Giants or any other such matter. Don't forget, you can come and join us on Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. Details are down below in the description. But apart from anything else, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very soon. Take care of Ducks All the Gaming and Riverview Farm. See you later. Bye.